Welcome to the deep dive. We often talk about these grand, exotic superfoods, but today we're actually zooming in on something, well, something you probably see all the time. We're tackling the humble, unassuming, tiny striped sunflower seed.
Yeah, it's everywhere, isn't it? Seems so simple.
Exactly. I think most of us just see it as, a casual snack, maybe something crunchy for a salad. But the research we looked at suggests that's really underestimating it. We're apparently looking at a highly concentrated, biomechanically smart powerhouse. So what's our mission today as we dig into this research?
Well, our mission is definitely to get past that casual crunch idea. We want to really crack open what our sources call a miniature vault of vitality. The goal is to give you a detailed, kind of granular understanding of why this little seed is such a secret weapon for wellness. We need to go beyond just the surface level, give you that comprehensive knowledge you need, quickly but thoroughly, really focusing on the specific mechanisms happening inside your body.
Okay, let's unpack this tiny package then. Where do the sources suggest we start? Because the very first nutrient they highlight is vitamin E, and the descriptions, they're incredibly strong. They don't just call it a vitamin, but a dedicated guardian.
And that strong framing, it's absolutely warranted. Vitamin E really is a frontline defender. It acts as a master-class antioxidant. It stands guard right at the cellular level, specifically in the fatty parts of your cell membranes. That's really where the defense system needs to be the strongest.
Okay, so if vitamin E is the guardian, what's the actual threat? What's this microscopic defender fighting off day in, day out?
It's fighting free radicals. These are highly unstable molecules. They have unpaired electrons. They get generated constantly just through normal body stuff like metabolism. But things like pollution, stress, even sunlight, they accelerate the process. And when these radicals aren't kept in check, they cause what our sources consistently call oxidative stress.
Oxidative stress. I liked that analogy. One source used internal rust. Sort of paints a picture of slow, creeping damage.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It really is like internal rust, slowly degrading the cell structures, especially those membranes. And what's fascinating here, what the research really emphasizes, is the density of vitamin E in sunflower seeds. Just a quarter cup gives you over 80% of your recommended daily intake for vitamin E.
Yeah.
That is a huge dose of defense packed into a ridiculously small package.
Yeah.
And it's primarily in that potent alpha-tocopherol form.
That's specific, yeah. Good data. But let's talk mechanism. How does vitamin E actually stop that rust? It's described as selfless. What does that actually mean at the molecular level?
It's like chemical altruism, really. Because vitamin E is fat-soluble, it embeds itself right there in the lipid layer of the cell membrane. So when a free radical comes along, trying to steal an electron from the healthy cell, vitamin E intercepts it. It literally donates one of its own electrons to stabilize that rogue molecule, neutralizing it before it can do damage. It basically sacrifices itself to keep the cell intact.
Wow, okay, that's a highly efficient little system, and this microscopic protection. What does that translate to for you, the listener, like in real tangible terms?
It translates directly to resilience, plain and simple. When your cells, especially your skin cells, are shielded from that oxidative stress, they stay healthier, they're more resilient, they're better equipped to, retain moisture, maintain that youthful glow. And crucially, it also means a more fortified immune system. And long-term, a significantly reduced risk of that chronic low-level inflammation and cellular damage.
That's pretty impressive. But the seed's defense, it doesn't work alone, does it? The sources make it clear this is a team effort. The second key player is selenium.
It is. That's critical to understand. The seed's power isn't just about supplying the raw vitamin E. It brings the perfect support crew along. And that brings us to the perfect partner, selenium.
Right, selenium. You hear about it. We know we need trace amounts. But the research suggests it plays a really central role in making the whole system work even better.
It's the ultimate enabler, honestly. Selenium acts as a key cofactor. That just means it's essential for making and running some of the body's most important antioxidant enzymes. The big one here is glutathione peroxidase.
Okay, so glutathione peroxidase, how does that fit in with vitamin E?
Well, think of it like this. Vitamin E is the frontline soldier, sacrificing itself, like we said. Glutathione peroxidase, that's the recycling and repair crew. And selenium is the specific, absolutely necessary component that lets that repair crew function at all. It ensures the whole internal defense system isn't just working, but working at peak efficiency, synergistically, against that oxidative stress.
So it boosts the defense. But selenium has another job, doesn't it? A really vital, maybe even broader role. This moves us from just cell protection to, total body regulation, the metabolic engine. This was an area that, frankly, some initial analyses didn't really flesh out.
Yeah, it's the powerhouse function that often gets overlooked. Selenium is absolutely vital for a healthy metabolism because it's essential for proper thyroid function. The thyroid gland, that's effectively the body's control center, right?
Yeah.
The engine dictating our baseline speed, our energy levels.
And how exactly does selenium help that engine run smoothly?
It facilitates a really crucial chemical step. Your thyroid makes a storage hormone, T4, thyroxine. But T4 is relatively inactive. For your body to actually use it for energy, mood, metabolic rate, T4 needs to be converted into the active hormone, T3 triiodothyronine. Selenium is required for the specific enzymes that make that conversion happen.
Ah, okay. So without enough selenium, your body might have plenty of the raw material, the T4, but it can't flick the switch to the active T3 that actually controls your energy.
Exactly right. If that conversion is sluggish because you don't have enough selenium, the body's engine kind of sputters. You might feel unexplained fatigue, maybe mood dips, or struggle with weight management, even if your thyroid is technically making enough T4. So ensuring that engine runs smoothly with adequate selenium, which again, sunflower seeds provide generously, that's a profound benefit packed into this tiny thing.
That really elevates the seed beyond just antioxidants. It's a key piece for hormonal balance, metabolic harmony. Okay, so we've optimized the defenses, boosted the engine. Now, what about the fuel? What kind of premium fuel are we putting into this newly efficient system? Let's shift to the structural needs, building blocks, sustained energy.
Right, the fuel's top-notch too. The actual structure of the sunflower seed, that kernel, delivers healthy fats and a good amount of protein. So it's a powerful macronutrient source too, not just carrying those micronutrients.
When people talk healthy fats, they often mention almonds, maybe walnuts. What did the research say makes the sunflower seed fat profile stand out?
It's sort of twofold. First, the fats are overwhelmingly unsaturated, primarily polyunsaturated, specifically high in linoleic acid, which is an omega-6 essential fatty acid. These are the generally recognized heart-healthy fats, important for managing cholesterol levels.
Okay, that's good. What's the second part?
The second part, and this is a real deep dive nugget from the sources, phytosterols. These are plant compounds that are structurally very similar to cholesterol. Now, when you eat them, they actually compete with dietary cholesterol for absorption in your gut.
Whoa, okay, so you're not just eating a good fat, you're eating something that actively helps block the absorption of less desirable fats.
That's exactly it. It's like a built-in mechanism for cardiovascular support. Plus, remember, these healthy fats are crucial because they help you absorb those fat-soluble vitamins. We talked about vitamin E, for example. And maybe most importantly for just daily function, these fats provide a really sustained, long-burning energy source. They help prevent those energy spikes and crashes you get from simple carbs.
That sustained fuel is definitely key. And moving from fuel to structure, the protein content is pretty substantial too, right? Usually around 5 or 6 grams per quarter cup.
Absolutely. We all know protein is essential for building and repairing tissues. But zooming in a bit, sunflower seeds offer a pretty good amino acid profile. It includes tryptophan, which is a precursor for serotonin, linking back again to that mood and engine regulation we touched on. And of course, it provides the foundation for muscle repair, muscle growth, and, things we notice like healthy hair and nails. Keratin structure. It's the architectural foundation.
Okay, so let's put it all together. This combination, dense protein for structure, those phytosterol-rich healthy fats for long-burning fuel, plus the boost to the metabolic engine, it really does create the perfect snack scenario, doesn't it?
It creates a kind of nutritional masterpiece. Yeah. This really balanced mix of healthy fats and protein promotes a deep, lasting feeling of satiety, fullness, because you're fueling your body efficiently. And because the fat slows down how quickly glucose gets released from the carbs in the seed, it helps stabilize your blood sugar. It helps curb cravings way more effectively than, say, a lot of other common snacks. It really earns that title. A perfect smart snack. Cellular protection, metabolic harmony, and lasting energy.
This really has been a deep dive. We took this, everyday item, often just tossed into trail mix or onto a salad without much thought, and we've revealed it as this strategic miniature vault of vitality. It's like a small daily investment in cellular defense, that vitamin E selenium team, in metabolic harmony through the thyroid support, and in sustained energy from those unique fats and proteins. It really is a small step with a potentially profound echo for your long-term wellness.
And if you think about the bigger picture here, it kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? Why do we so often overlook these simple, accessible whole foods? The sunflower seed is just such a powerful testament to nature's knack for packing immense, scientifically proven power into the smallest, most common packages.
That's a great point to end on. So next time you see that familiar striped shell, Maybe don't just see a casual treat. Recognize it for what the research confirms it is, a pretty sophisticated delivery system carrying, well, an army of microscopic protectors and high-grade fuel just waiting to be unlocked. Definitely something to mull over next time you reach for a snack.